I've literally had an unexpected event. So just as I was talking to you about how to cope with unexpected event, my internet went unstable and my son is playing PlayStation. He's on holidays now, and it went unstable, and then he turned it off. And he didn't realize that I was doing a live, and then when he turned it off, it cut me out. Because when it's unstable for him, he turns it off because that gets him back again. It gets him back quicker. But there it is. There it is. This is what happens to us, the duality of life. It's as if like I was getting so into it, sharing things with you, and I was getting so intimate. I was getting so deep and vulnerable in my life situation, and then boop, something happens. And then it's our choice where we take it, right? Because it's like I was upset that it happened because I like having it as one neat live stream. And then I was like, I could leave it because I'm upset about something. It didn't turn out right, didn't turn out the way I wanted. Or I come back and move through the unexpected event, move through the things that are difficult, move through the things that feel like hold me back. And it doesn't get to hold me back because I'm here to support you. It doesn't get to hold me back that I get thrown out, that I get upset, that I get angry. Why does this have to happen? Why does he have to switch it off? Why didn't he come and check that I was live? Or I just get back on and I play again. I show up again. I show up to you because I care about this work. I care about us sharing the things that we came here to share our gifts, to guide people, to mentor people, to coach people, to heal people. And for me, this journey of doing this matters. I'm here for a reason. I'm here to support you, and I will support you. And whether it's with this free live support or whether it's in my paid containers, this work is so powerful because we get to share our mission. We get to share what we came here to do. And the things that stand in our way are the stories. You know, my story with you of the lack. Coming to Australia with a couple of suitcases. My family came here with a couple of suitcases. That story could have held me back. That story could have meant that I live a life in lack. And the pull for that is so big, especially when you've got an amazing story. When you've got an amazing story of pain and suffering, then it's so easy to share that. It's so easy to stay in that. It's so easy to keep that vibe going because we're used to it, we know it, we're familiar with it. That's what our body does. When it's familiar, it slips into safe. When it's familiar, it's known. But when I want to help you bubble up in yourself, to open up more and more, to expand, to evolve in you, is your vibrancy, not just safe. We don't just want to pull into things that we know. We want to create and innovate. And when your nervous system steps into vibrancy, you'll be open for that. And it doesn't matter if you slip into moments of safety, because we need that too. We are allowed to step in that. But when you are floating between safety and dysregulation, and then have the highs in your business, have the big pushes in your business, have the big money in your business, but then you slip down all the time. You feel apart from your business. You feel disconnected from your business. You feel disconnected from the people. Or you start having health issues show up in your body. Then that's not living in the zone of your creations. That's not living in what you are here to do. And this lack is what pulls us into that. This lack vibration that we get used to. And you don't need to step into vibrancy to get you out of the lack. In fact, the 10-year-old version of me did it, manifested money, manifested an amazing business without knowing the somatic and energetic modulation work that I do today. So you can create an amazing business. You can create amazing money, just like I did. And a 10-year-old, 10 years ago version of me nailed it. But what she didn't realize is the trajectory of her health, how she could shift that, how she could make the money and open up amazing health within herself. And this is what I want to share with you so that you can really feel into the vibe of that. Because the shift that I had, I didn't even realize it existed, because I was doing okay. I was doing all the personal development things. I didn't hold back on personal development things. I loved learning personal development things. Mindset work, energetic work, somatic work. I was doing those things. But what I was doing is I was putting out the fires. Something would come up and I'd put out the fire. I'd use a breathing technique or a somatic technique or a mindset technique. I didn't build vibrancy within myself on a day-to-day basis. I didn't have this energetic and somatic modulation under my belt. And then the gift of my son is what opened that up for me. Because I adapted. I adapted to things going wrong. And this is what we do. We're able to adapt. Our body can adapt. When you go into a room that smells funny, for that moment where you walk in, your brain will give you signals. It smells funny in here. It smells funny in here. It smells funny. And it'll keep signaling the smells funny until it slows it down. Then instead of having it smells funny, it'll be smells funny. And then it'll get slower. Smells funny. And eventually the signal will be dampened so low that we won't even realize that it's happening. And this is what happened to me as an entrepreneur. I strived for the things I loved with creating an amazing business, creating wealth for myself, creating a property with my husband and an investment property, building our wealth, our legacy. But within that, my internal emotional state would waver a lot, the highs, but then the lows. And what I experienced last week and this week, there was a few things that popped up, unexpected events that popped up, and I felt back into that low. I felt back into that low feeling and that lack feeling, the same as what I did when we first came here and I had no money. These lack experiences latch onto each other. And even though they're separate things, the reason I was upset wasn't related to building wealth, but the lack feeling latches up with the lack feeling. And that's how we compound lack. That's how we compound the difficult emotions. And they gravitate towards each other and they grow. And this is what I want to help open up in you, is that we can step into vibrancy and we can step into it in such a way where we don't have to compound the lack. And a lot of people step into creating beautiful things by opening up what they love. And the 10-year-old version of me, this is how I created amazing things. But what I didn't realize was that my health, my internal energetics were just as valuable as the love for creating an amazing business, the love for creating wealth. It's like the health part underneath. If we step into the vibrancy, if we step into ourselves, become intimate with ourselves, become intimate with the relationships and the people we love, then we get to grow our wealth and ourselves. And the gift of my son helping me understand that on such a high level, the opening up of like the feeling in my body of how to open up that it's this playing within, this fluidity within, this capacity to step into how we were made to be. We were made to have inbuilt resilience, inbuilt self-soothing. This is all meant to happen inside us. We don't need to seek external soothing by buying ourselves something, by setting us up into like treating ourselves. A lot of people do that. They treat themselves or like make themselves feel good physically, emotionally, or like, you know, there's so many different ways. I can make myself feel good by sitting in front of a TV and watching a soppy movie and eating ice cream. I can make myself feel good by self-pleasure techniques. I can make myself feel good by like buying myself a nice dress, right? But it's not the same as making myself feel good from within my nervous system. This is what nervous system vibrancy is. It steps us into how we're meant to use our body. It shifts the imprints. It shifts the things that bog us down. It shifts the thing that makes us vulnerable to symptoms. It shifts the thing, and this is the full circle moment because I was talking about diagnoses at the start. Diagnosing ourselves with burnout, health issues, or like imposter syndrome, or procrastination, anxiety. We can diagnose ourselves with those things, but it's our body coming up with the symptoms to try and help us. Our nervous system isn't against us. It brings out these knocks on the door. It brings out these whispers to let us know, hey, something isn't right. And then instead of searching for a name for it, instead of searching for a cure for it, what if we built up our nervous system every day? We built up our vibrancy within our nervous system so that we have longevity with our health. We have longevity with our energy. We have longevity in our business. Because the women that I work with are here for the long haul. They're not here to just shine for a season and make a heap of money and leave. They're here to support their clients long term. They want to build a legacy. They want to build an empire. They want to be here with their clients. And so in order to support that, my favorite is to be able to help them be intimate with themselves, be intimate with their bodies so that they can listen to the cues of their bodies. That doesn't mean that when they have unexpected events, it doesn't feel nice. What it means is that their body feels so good within themselves that when an unexpected event happens, it feels different. It feels different physically, it feels different emotionally, and it feels different in how they head into their future. For me, health is such a big priority. Like health, I'll always take out time to build my health. Not to make myself feel good as if like it's a seemingly feel good. Because I used to like buy myself these relaxation massages or like spa treatments. And they're beautiful, but they make us feel good. It's like a self-soothing thing. The work that I'm talking about is an internal soothing. That we open up a soothing, our bodies can gravitate out. And so buying ourselves nice things, treating ourselves to something is an external soothing that radiates in. And we still get to do that. We still get to do that, not to soothe ourselves, because we love it. And the soothing happens from the inside. This was such an extremely fundamental thing that I have found, is how to soothe ourselves from the inside. And as a businesswoman, when you learn how to do that, when you learn how to soothe yourself from the inside, it's like a health insurance policy. It's like an energetic insurance policy, a mindset insurance policy, because it radiates out into your being. It radiates to your power, your leadership, your capacity to be in your business in a way where it's like, yes. Like you get to shift within yourself. And I take about 15 minutes a day. And I can take longer or less if I want, depending on my schedule. And this is like why I created my new program. My new program is designed for women who are busy in their business. They have this momentum towards their business, and then they'd like to add to that. They'd like to open up within themselves this generator power that generates health within them. Because the closer we get to 40, the closer we get to 50, the closer we get to 60, the more we realize by our own health and the people around us, our emotional health, our physical health, our mindset health, that we want to build on that. We want to evolve on that. We don't want to go downhill as we age. And the techniques that are available today, they're only the beginning. What I've been able to open up with somatic modulation, with energetic modulation, is like a fountain of youth. That you get to step into the underpinnings of your nervous system, the things that created you. We get to open that up again. Instead of opening up as a baby, like, you see the power and the love and the passion in a child as they build up their nervous system, right? And it's like they build it up more and more and more and more as they like grow into adulthood. And then somewhere around 35, 40 for some, we hit the peak, the plateau, and then it changes, right? I want to help you shift that trajectory. You get to change it. You don't have to plateau and go down. The work that I do, the energetic and somatic modulation, will open up something in you that will allow you to have longevity in your business, and you don't have to worry about these things because you've got an insurance policy on yourself. When we shift our energetic programming, when we open up like health, vitality into our energetic programming, then you get to have the energy for your business, for your family, for your health as well. And this is like the underpinnings of all the work that I do. So if this resonates with you, I have an amazing new program. It is a masterclass, small, intimate container. Mastermind, sorry. It's like a mastermind, small, intimate container. It's a group container, and it's 3 months. And it is the stuff that we do in there is about like learning this in a way where you can implement it. This insurance policy on your energetics, this insurance policy on you, this intimacy within yourself, with your body. We get to work on that. In that 3 months, I will bring through the things I've downloaded in the last 3 decades. But I will do it in a way that it's like it won't take out time from your business or from your loved ones. But it'll open up things that will matter to you. Whether it's growth in your business, whether you want to like hit a certain milestone in your business and you're like, I would really love to support this amount of people. Like, I'd love to support 1,000 people, 2,000 people, 1,000,000 people, a few million. It's like whatever it is that you haven't quite yet hit, whatever it is that's part of your big dreams, and it's like, I really want to open that up, but you've got a but. Maybe there's something that happened on your social media profile. Maybe you've had like a Reddit thread made against you and you hold back on a certain platform. Maybe you don't do one-on-ones anymore because you don't like want to have that intimacy because you've been hurt. Or maybe you like hold back on your one-on-ones. Maybe you hold back on how much you open your energy up for more people because you're careful, you've been hurt, and you're going well, but it's like it's not at the level that you know you want to do, that you want to play in. If you want to open up that more and more in yourself, then DM me and I can see if you're a fit, and we can play in the playground of creating more wealth, but without compromising you, without compromising your essence, your uniqueness, your power. We get to grow that with your wealth. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Bye for now.